In this video, we will be discussing Gaussian elimination methods. We will present several examples on how we use this method in solving for the solution to a system of linear equations. So let's start with this system composed of four equations with four unknowns. So the first step in the Gaussian elimination is to construct the augmented matrix. So the augmented matrix is again a combination of the coefficient matrix A and the constant matrix B. So our augmented matrix for this particular example will be 0, 1, 1, negative 2, 1, 2, negative 1, 0, 2, 4, 1, negative 3, 1, negative 4, 7, negative 1. So, ito yung coefficient matrix A. And then, idudugtong lang natin si constant matrix, negative 3, 2, negative 2, and negative 19 to have our augmented matrix. Right, so mapapansin natin may mga coefficients na numerical coefficients na 0 katulad dito. Okay, it's because terms for x1 here and then the term for x4 here are missing. Ibig sabihin nun yung kanilang numerical coefficient is 0. Kaya ganun. Kaya lalagyan pa rin natin siya ng 0 doon, no? To denote that indeed there is no numerical coefficient for those particular variables. Alright, so let us now reduce this to row echelon form, no? So yun yung goal natin, is to reduce the augmented matrix to row echelon form. Now, how do we do that? Okay, we will use elementary row operations. Okay, so ang rule natin kung row echelon form yung matrix natin, kailangan each row contains a leading one. Okay, so the first non-zero entry for each row should be 1. So, dito sa first row natin, okay, makikita natin na yung first non-zero entry natin, which is this one, okay naman, no? 1 naman siya. Okay? However, ang gusto kasi natin doon sa ating row echelon form, aside from meron kang leading 1, okay, doon sa row, lahat ng nasa ilalim niya should also be 0. Okay? Kaya nga in most cases, no, okay, lalo na kung square yung matrix natin, yung mga leading ones makikita natin parang pa-diagonal yung orientation niya, tapos yung mga below it, okay, ay puro 0. Okay, tapos dito may mga elements diyan, no, para makompleto yung matrix natin, no? So ganun yung gusto natin na goal, no? Yung itsura ng matrix na gusto natin na i-goal by performing elementary row operations. So dito, okay, dahil meron akong 0 na nakikita dyan, tapos meron akong 1 dito, okay, masasatisfy ko yung dalawang condition na yon, na meron akong leading 1 sa first row and at the same time yung nasa ilalim niya ay 0 ang value or 0 yung element kapag perform ako ng row switching ng row 1 and row 2. So that will be our first formula, no, or first row operation. So we'll perform row switching, row 1 switch with row 2. So if we do that, magpapalit lang ng elements, no? Buong row 1, buong row 2 mapupunta as row 1. Okay, hanggang dulo. And then yung buong row 1 magiging nasa row 2. Negative 2, negative 3. Row 3 and row 4, hindi sila magbabago. So, ganun pa rin yung kanilang elements. Okay. So, remember, ang gusto natin, ma-zero out yung mga lahat ng nasa ilalim. So, after mo makagawa ng paraan para magkaroon ng leading 1 sa isang row, ang next mo na gagawin ay ma-zero out lahat ng nasa ilalim niya. Okay? So, in this case dito, kailangan nating ma-zero lahat ng nasa ilalim nung leading 1 na to. So, kailangan nating i-zero yung nandito, tsaka yung nandyan. So, ito okay na. So, yung 2 na lang tsaka 1 kailangan nating i-zero. So, sa pagdi-design ng elementary row operation, kadalasan na kapag gusto nating i-zero, kasi diba tatlong row operations natin, row switching, multiplying a row by a constant, at saka adding a multiple of one row to another. Kapag yung step na gagawin nating 0 yung isang element, ang ginagamit natin doon na elementary operation, yung pangatlo actually, no? Yung adding a multiple of one row to another. Okay? Kaya siya nagzi-zero, no? Kaya siya pwedeng maging 0. Now, yung basis natin ng formula natin kung ano yung ating i-add kanino, okay, at kung ano yung i-multiply natin na multiple nung row na yon, nakadepende yon sa elements, okay, na gusto nating i-zero. Okay, at kung ano man yung i-apply natin, halimbawa, i-zero natin yung 2 dito, okay, mag-apply tayo ng elementary row operations, lahat ng elements dito, affected yan, no? I-apply mo rin yung formula na yon. Ganun din, sa pag-zero out natin ng 1 dito, okay, pag in-apply natin yung elementary row operation na yon para ma-zero out yung element na nandito sa pwesto na to, affected din lahat ng elements dun sa row na yon, no? Kaya siya tinawag na elementary row operation. So, carry over yon sa lahat ng elements on that particular row. Okay, so i-zero out muna natin itong element dito. Okay, si 2 sa pwesto na yan. So, this one is row 3, no? So, ang gusto natin is to apply the formula row 3 prime is equal to, so, ang gagamitin natin, no, kapag sinizero out natin yung nasa ilalim doon sa first column, ang ginagamit nating pair is yung row na gusto nating baguhin at saka yung row 1. Sa row 1 natin siya pinipair. Kasi yung row 1, hindi siya na-modify eh, no? So, fixed lang siya na ganyan. So, ang gusto natin, i-add yung row 3 sa row 1. Okay? Pero hindi siya basta-basta row 3 plus row 1 lang kasi kung row 3 plus row 1, 'di ba pair 'yan, no? So kung ano yung nasa row 3, ipi-pair mo doon sa element na nandoon sa row 1. So pag in-add ko yung dalawa, di 3 yung ang sagot. Ang gusto natin 0 eh. Kaya mag-0 siya. So ibig sabihin, kailangan negative 2 ang i-add mo sa kanya, hindi 1. So para maging negative 2, okay, yung nasa R1, multiply natin siya ng negative 2. So, yung ating formula becomes R3 plus negative 2 times R1. Okay? So, kung mapansin natin, no, kapag in-apply natin yan, no, dito sa elements na yan, no, you will have negative positive 2 plus negative 2 times 1. So, 0 ngayon yung sagot natin. Okay? So, dito ngayon sa ating matrix, no? Resulting equivalent matrix. So, 0, 1, hindi yan mababago. 0, 2, same pa rin. Ito ngayon, 0 na yung element niyan. Okay? Pero, dahil nasa part siya ng isang row, yung buong row 3, affected. So, gagamitin din natin yan sa lahat ng pairs. Okay? Sa row 3, and then ka-partner sa row 1. Same formula. Okay? So you will have here 4 plus negative 2 times negative 2. Okay? So you will have, this one should be positive 2 dapat to. Okay, positive 2. So we have negative 2 times positive 2. So this is 4 plus negative 4. So 0 rin nandito. Okay, so yun yung element dyan. And then, yun nandito naman, kapartner yun dito. Same formula gagamitin. Yung nasa R3 plus negative 2 times yung nasa R1. So you will have here positive 3. So 3 yung nandyan. And then, dito naman, and then kapartner yun nandyan. So you will have negative 3 plus negative 2 times 0. So you have negative 3. Negative 3. And then lastly, yun nandito, okay, is compare dito, you will have negative 2 plus negative 2 times 2. Or that will be negative 2 plus negative 4, so negative 6. Negative 6. Okay. And then of course, yung nasa last row natin, fourth row, copy natin ulit. Alright. So, ganun tayo magpa-perform ng elementary row operations, no? So, yung next natin na operation will be para naman ma-zero out. Okay? Itong portion naman na to. Okay? So, si row 4 naman. So, kapag si row 4 ang ating kailangang baguhin, ganun pa rin ang magiging pair natin. Sa row 1 nyo pa rin yung prepare. So, row 1 tsaka row 4 ngayon, no, yung magiging pair natin. So, this one, ang i-apply natin dyan na formula will be row 4 prime. The new row 4 is equal to the old row 4. Diba? Old row 4 plus row 1. However, 1 yung nandito, tapos yung kapartner niya will also be 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, so hindi siya 0. So, para mag-0, kailangan nakamultiply si R1 by negative 1. Okay? So, with that, ay pwede nating isa-isahin ngayon yung values natin, no? Dito ko na rin siya ilalagay. So, copy natin first row. Hindi naman yan bago. Again. And then second row as is. Third row. Ito yung na-modify natin kanina. And then, yung fourth row ngayon, yung babaguhin natin. Okay? So, ito ko na nilagay yung ating calculation. Alright, so unahin natin yan, no? Yung kulay blue, 1 tsaka 1, using yung ating bagong formula para naman sa fourth row. So, that will be 1 plus negative 1 times 1. So, that's 1 plus negative 1, that's 0. So, yun yung goal natin dito. And then, carry over yung formula natin sa lahat ng elements na nandun sa row 4. So, kapartner pa rin yung corresponding elements dun sa row 1. So, you have negative 4 plus negative 1 times negative 2. So you have negative 4 plus 2, so you have negative 2 here. Or positive 2. Dapat yan. So this one should be negative 4 plus negative 1 times 2. So you have negative 6. So you have negative 4 plus negative 2. And then, for this one, you'll have negative 7 and negative 1. So you have negative 7 plus negative 1 times negative 1. So that's negative 7 plus 1, negative 6. Next, we have negative 1 and then 0. So negative 1 plus negative 1 times 0. That's negative 1. And then lastly, for this one and this, you have negative 19 plus negative 1 times 2. So you have negative 21. Okay, so yan yung mga elements dito, okay, sa ating bagong fourth row, no? So you have 0, you have negative 6 dito, you have negative 6 dito sa position na yan, and then you have negative 1 here, and then you have negative 21 dito. Okay, so okay na tayo doon sa unang part to, na zero out na natin lahat ng 1 doon below our first leading entry or leading 1 na nasa first row natin, no? So lahat ng nasa ilalim nito, zero out na sila. Okay? So pagtatapos mo na 'yon, punta ka doon sa next row at tingnan kung may leading 1. And again, make sure na lahat ng nasa ilalim nun ay magzi-zero din. In our next step, we look now at row 2. Okay, so row 2. So we see here that we have the first non-zero entry, which is 1. So we already satisfy, no, the condition that for this row, the first non-zero entry is 1. So this is our leading 1. Now we need to zero out whatever is below that leading 1. Just like what we did on the elements below the first leading 1 on the first row. So in this case, this 0 here is already okay. So we just need to find a way on how to zero out the negative 6. So since it's in the fourth row, then our elementary row operation will be towards changing the row 4. So the new row 4, okay, will be equal to row 4. So in zeroing out, no, again, as I said, no, in zeroing out an element, what we apply is the third operation, which is adding a row to a multiple of another row. So the critical thing consider is the choice of the pair. Okay, sino yung pagpe-pairin mo para sino yung i-add mo kanino. So which row will you add, okay, to which row. Okay, so the thing is, okay, kung ano yung gusto mong baguhin, yun yung una. So in this case, we want to change row 4. So it's row 4 plus another row. Okay? So if we think of it, okay, if we pair row 4 with row 2, okay, or okay, with row 1, okay, rather, if you pair row 4 with row 1, okay, of course we can find a way on how to zero the negative 6. However, the 0 here and the 1 here gets paired also. Kasi remember, we will apply the formula on the whole row. So, kung gagawin natin yun, 0, okay, and then 1 paired again, the element here that we zero out earlier, pwedeng magkaroon ulit siya ng value. Okay? So, we want to maintain that this one is still 0. Therefore, okay, if we are now zeroing in those below the leading one on the second row, okay, ang pinipair na natin doon sa row na gusto nating baguhin is the second row. Okay? Kasi hindi rin natin magagamit yung third dahil 0 yung element yan eh. Kahit na anong gawin mong add, negative 6 plus 0, okay, hindi magiging 0 yung magiging sum. So, the only way that we can zero out the negative 6 is by pairing row 4 by row 2. Okay? So, row 4 plus row 2. But, we need to multiply row 2 by positive 6. Kasi we have here negative 6. Okay? So, we need to pair it with 1 times 6. Okay? Such that the sum will be 0. Okay? So, let's have that. Okay? So, we have now, okay, let me just rewrite this. So, we'll have row 4 prime. The new row 4 is equal to old row 4 plus 6 times row 2. Okay. So, let us write down. Okay. So, we will be zeroing out this part and then pair it with this, okay, the corresponding. Okay, here we don't have any problem, no. This one will just be 0. Okay, so 0 plus 6 times 0, so it will remain as 0. And then you have negative 6 plus 6 times 1, so you have 0. Then we have here another negative 6. You pair it with another 6 times 1, so you get another 0. Next is this one, negative 1. You add it, pair it with the negative 2 here. 6 times negative 2, so you have negative 13. And then lastly, for this one, I pair this with negative 3, so you have negative 21 plus 6 times negative 3, negative 21 plus negative 18, you have negative 39. So our matrix becomes, okay, so rewrite the first row and then the second one, the third, and then the new fourth row, 0, 0, and let me, okay, 0, 0, then 0, then negative 13, and then negative 39. Okay, so we are done with zeroing out all the elements below this leading one on the second row. Next, we go to the third row. Okay, so for the third row, okay, we want that, so let me just put an arrow here. Okay, so for the third row, we want that this entry here, okay, is 1. Okay, because the requirement is for a certain row, dapat the first non-zero entry should be 1. So here, it's 3. So our elementary operation, okay, to make this 1 is simply row 3 prime, because we want to change 3, which is on row 3, is equal to 1/3 row 3. So kapag ang kailangan mong gawin is to make an element equal to 1, because it's not 1 but it should be a leading 1, what you do is you multiply by the reciprocal. Okay? Or if it's negative, multiply by the negative reciprocal. Okay? So in this case, 3 times 1/3 is equal to 1. So that's why that is our elementary row operation to be used. Okay, so rewriting now our matrix, applying this. Okay, applying this, we will actually have, okay, I'll just write this straightforward, no? You will have here, you just divide everything by 3, no? 1/3 times 0, 1/3 times 0 again, 1/3 times 3, 1/3 times -3, and then 1/3 times -6. You will apply to the whole row. Of course, you have to be careful that these 2 zeros here will not get affected by your row operation. So it's not affected because you'll just have 1/3 times 0, 1/3 times 0. So this is still 0, 0. This is 1, -1, and you have -2. Okay. So rewriting our matrix, row 1 is the same. And then row 2. Row 3 down will be 0. Okay, so we changed now, not the row 3. Okay, the elements now will be 0, 0, 1, -1, -2. And then for the fourth row, as is, 0, 0, 0, -13, -39. So we already have a leading one in this position. And we have to make sure that the elements below it is or are 0. So this is already 0, so you don't have to take care of that. Okay? So we now go to the next step. And what is the next step? Okay, the next step is you go to the fourth row. Okay? Fourth row, we have 0, 0, and then 0. The first non-zero entry is -13, which should be, supposedly, it should be 1. Okay? So, tulad ng ginawa natin sa third row, to make this a leading 1, we just have to multiply the fourth row by the reciprocal, but in this case, since it's negative, the negative reciprocal. So we multiply row 4 by -1/13 times row 4. Okay, so to make this -13 a leading 1, we apply row 4 prime, the new row 4 is equal to -1/13 times the old row 4. Okay, so that will give us, well, when you multiply everything by -1/13, the first 3 elements will still be 0, so it will not be affected. Okay, so you will just have -1/13 times -13, which is 1, and then -1/13 times -39, which is +3. Okay? So when we rewrite, our matrix becomes, okay, so this is the tiring part here, no, the rewriting. Okay, every time that you apply a row operation, you rewrite the resulting matrix, no, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 3. So, is our matrix now in row echelon form? Okay, we have seen here that for each row, you have the first non-zero entry to be equal to 1, so you have your leading ones. Also, everything below the leading ones are 0. And then the leading one on the upper row is to the left of the leading one on the lower row. So all the conditions are satisfied. So this matrix now is already in row echelon form. This is already in row echelon form. Okay. So the next step in Gaussian elimination after transforming to row echelon form, the next step is to do backward substitution. So why do you call it backward substitution? So you will see from the method, no? So for backward substitution, that is why it's very important that the order of the variables, no, okay, in which the variables appear in your equation are consistent in all equations given. Okay, so if you go back to our original system, the arrangement of the variables will be x1, x2, x3, and x4, right? Okay, same as in the second, in the third, and in the fourth. Okay, so basically your constant matrix here, okay, will be or your unknown matrix here rather, okay, contains x1, x2, x3, and x4 in that particular order. Okay, now for backward substitution, what we do is we set up, okay, we set up a new system of linear equations. So it's quote-unquote, pero kasi hindi naman siya talaga new system, no? It's still an equivalent system, pero iba lang yung itsura niya kasi nag-elementary row operations na tayo. So we set up a new system of linear equation in terms of the unknowns x1, x2, x3, and x4 using the row echelon form of our matrix. And backward, okay, it's because we start at the bottom, no? So starting from the bottom row. Bakit doon magsisimula sa pinakailalim? Okay. So ang pag-setup mo ganito, no. So numerical coefficients tong nasa ano, no, sa ating matrix. So they're all numerical coefficients, no. So when you set up, okay, from our given system or resulting system, no, so let me just rewrite 1 2 -1 0. Okay, so when you set up, uunahin yung pinakailalim, no? So this one, okay, when you do the setup from this is actually 0x1 plus 0x2 plus 0x3 plus x4 is equal to 3. Okay? So these are coefficients of your x1, x2, x3, x4, and then this is your constant, no, on the other side of the equation. Same manner, okay, when it comes to this row, okay, 0x1 plus x2 or 0x2 plus x3 minus x4 equals negative 2. And then for this row, we set up 0x1 plus x2 plus x3 minus 2x4 is equal to negative 3. And then for the first row, you have here x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 plus 0x4 is equal to 2. So, ito ngayon yung bagong system natin. Okay? Now, actually, pwede mo nang tanggalin yung may mga 0, numerical coefficient na yan. Okay? From the fourth equation, okay, itong equation na to, you see that your x4, removing x1, x2, and x3 because they all got 0 coefficients naman, you see that x4 is equal to 3. So this is already the value of our unknown x4. And then you substitute this to the next equation, okay, to solve for x3 naman. So that's why it's backward substitution, because you start solving for the last variable x4 and then for solve for x3 and then for x2 and eventually for x1. Okay, so x4 is equal to 3. Okay, now from row 3, meron tayong equation saying that x3 minus x4 is equal to negative 2. Okay, so this one. Okay, we just removed the 0x1, 0x2 to make it simpler. Okay, and then we know already x4, which is 3, so this is x3 minus 3 equals negative 2, or you have x3 equals negative 2 plus 3, so that gives us x3 equal to positive 1. So we already have the x4 and then the x3. Now, from row 2, okay, remember that's why it's backward. You start with row 4 and then row 3. And then from row 2, we now have x2 plus x3 minus 2x4 is equal to negative 3. So this one just came from this equation. Then you just removed the 0x1. Okay, kaya ito yung natira. And then we already know x4 and x3. That's why we can solve for x2. So plus 1 minus 2 times 3 equals negative 3, or that's x2 equals negative 3 minus 1 plus 6. Okay? So x2 is equal to positive 2. That's negative 4 plus 6. And then lastly, okay, from row 1, okay, from our setup of the equation for row 1, which is this one, so pwede nating tanggalin yung ating 0x4 dyan, no? So we will just have x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 equals 2. So we already know x3 and x2, so we can solve for x1. 2 times 2 minus 1 equals 2, or that's x1 equals 2 minus 4 plus 1. That's 3 minus 4, that's x1 equals negative 1. Therefore, okay, so finally, our solution to the system is x1, x2, x3, and x4 equal to negative 1, 2, 1, and 3.